Downfall of a character refers to the decline, ruin, or destruction of a person in a story, often caused by their own flaws, choices, or circumstances. Alright, last time I made a short video about how Michael Bay disrespected Megatron, but I never really went in depth on how ass he was. And on today's video, we will examine the rise and fall of Michael Bay's Megatron. To begin, we will bring our first evidence on deck and proving why Megatron in 2007 was something of a different kind. He was an unstoppable force, a menace that even hunts the great Optimus Prime in his dream. When we were introduced to Megatron, he was such a menace, like we said before, he could not even be stopped by Optimus Prime. And to put more evidence, the threat of Megatron and the rest of the Decepticons was so overwhelming that one of the Primes introduced in Dark of the Moon, Sentinel Prime, had to betray the Autobots.
A deal had to be made with Megatron.
This is why it will hurt all the more when you examine his fall. And when we finally see him get free out of cold stasis, and we got our first cool Michael Bay Megatron moment where he said, "I am Megatron," and started destroying the place and left. Like, look at this crispy transformation and landing. This is how you introduce a menacing villain, but it doesn't stop here. His presence was so overwhelming and terrifying that all the Autobots was like, run.
It's Megatron, retreat! Move! Fall back!
But then, you know, there's always that guy that thinks he's built different. And Megatron was like,
"Yeah, sit your ass down. I don't know who you think you are, boy, but I'm about to whoop that ass."
And what is more, he then loses his life. Tragic. I hope it was worth it, Jazz, putting that tough guy out. And then the moment came. The moment came. When the big showdown was about to go down. Optimus Prime versus Megatron. This will be the fight of the ages. Surely Megatron is about to go fight for his life, right? Right?
No.
What we see is Megatron treating Optimus Prime like another Autobot he has to deal with. So much for being his fatal enemy. Quick side note, I know some people want to give some cope answers, but Optimus Prime had to adjust to his new body. You can say that. But what we factually have on deck and as evidence, Megatron is just that guy. And as a small counter evidence against Optimus Prime, he looked pretty fine to me demolishing Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher ain't no Megatron, but he surely ain't no Barricade either. And also, what about his gun? Do they have to be adjusted too? Because it looked like Optimus Prime was tickling him here. I'm not saying that his gun has to be as strong as Megatron, but Megatron, he was not bothered by that shot. And this is where Megatron was losing a bit of aura, because I'm not sure how can you not catch somebody who is smaller than you, because I know for a fact, if I see an ant running, it only takes two couple steps for me to catch up. But, you know, plot has to be plot, so let plot be plot. And then we got a crispy moment from Megatron. And then we saw Optimus Prime save Sam, and Megatron was like,
"Oh, hell no, you ain't about to steal my kill like that. Get your ass down."
And Optimus Prime said, "It is you and me, Megatron," as if he was about to do something. What is funny, Megatron was like,
"No, it's just me, Prime."
This is what we call rivals. I see a bully. That's what I see. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, the moment had to come to an end, where he gets jumped by everybody. And yet this man Optimus Prime was still a background character. Can't even do anything. And that was the last time we saw the most fearsome of Megatron in Michael Bay. Now, Transformers 2009 shall be our first piece of evidence proving how Michael Bay disliked Megatron and had prepared the way for his downfall. Sadly, after Transformers 2009, Megatron never fully recovered. our first piece of evidence shall actually be a bit of a good moment from Megatron. As a viewer who would be watching Transformers 2009, seeing him being revived should tell us, oh man, not this guy again. He was so hard to defeat. As we should, not to mention there are more Decepticons here on Earth, but how foolish would we be to think we would get the same threatening Megatron from the first film. But where there's a W, I gotta give. At least we can say Megatron was a good enough leader to have his followers risk their lives to come and revive him. Cause you know, most leaders, when they die, everybody else likes to be leader. Starscream. But this W is short-lived as we are introduced to the Fallen. And the moment we are introduced to the Fallen, that is when you know it's GG for Megatron. He is probably going to be a side piece, getting easy diff by the humans and the Autobots, since we have to hype up the Fallen. And you know what is crazy? The Fallen doesn't even do anything of substance other than destroying tanks and jets. But we'll get to that in a moment. Keep this in mind. Now, as I said, since Megatron was going to be the side piece, he was definitely going to get easy diff by the Autobots. And this time, it was Optimus Prime himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the way Optimus Prime whooped this man's ass, it's almost like an Uno reverse card from what he received in 2007, Transformers. Optimus Prime wanted to get his lick back from what Megatron did to him 2 years ago. Optimus Prime ran in there with Bumblebee, and you would think in a 3v2 they would have the advantage, right? Right?
No.
What we got is an Optimus Prime outgunning Megatron and Starscream. And then this man runs. Remember, in the first Transformers movie, this man was willing to die to just get the cube while he was getting fired by multiple jets and human bombs, etc. For just Optimus Prime to pull up there, he was like, nah, I don't want to smoke with you, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. And he ran. And the next time we see them fighting, we see Megatron and Optimus Prime. It's a 1v1. So logically, this should be a fair fight, right? Right?
No.
Instead, he called in his boys in to jump Optimus. Megatron sorry ass knew he was about to die. To be fair, he did give Optimus Prime a good kick in the face.
The future of our race not worth a single human life.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
But any good feat in a 3v1 is like, meh. But what did I not like I said in my previous video, is that he dare call Optimus Prime weak.
So weak.
Acting like he weren't getting these 3-piece combos. And after this, we see the Autobot come and rescue Sam, and Megatron and Starscream, they fled. And what was crazy is that Megatron said to Starscream, oh, he couldn't count on Starscream to capture Sam, as if Megatron, you weren't getting bodied. I counted 3 times Megatron could have taken away Sam, but he didn't. And just a little extra time. Remember, Megatron in the first film did not care about fighting these Autobots. He was on business. He was on that timing. But second film, nah, bro, let's run away. Let's run away. Like, the key to our success, to our survival is right there. Nah, but the cube, I was willing to die for. But anyways, let's count the 3 times that he could have captured Sam.
The single human life.
But after all that, Megatron nor the Fallen do anything of substance. You would think the Fallen out here destroying his life support and everything, thinking he's going to do something. Actually, he doesn't do anything. Like, imagine downplaying Megatron's strength and hyping the Fallen as this big bad that is unstoppable and even greater than Megatron. For his best feat is to teleport, a cool line, destroy a couple of jets, and tank. Then get folded by Optimus Prime.
This isn't over.
Like, no, Michael Bay, I'm not accepting this. I'm so sorry. He's a robot. He's an alien robot that has other allies. I am sure there's a way of repairing himself. Robots are not like human beings where they permanently lose their limbs, or that there isn't any other way of repairing it. Like in this third film, he's just another enemy. It's like the story wants us to forget that this man Megatron was literally the #1 greatest villain in Cybertron. Like Optimus Prime is not scared. No, the Autobots make any reference or any sort of way of saying, oh, I'm scared of Megatron. Megatron is still alive. Like, can you imagine there's a Superman movie out there that comes and we had Darkseid as the first villain. Then, because Darkseid somehow got defeated, we get Doomsday and General Zod in the next 2 films. And Superman and the rest of the Justice League are like, Darkseid? Anyways, bro, General Zod, we gotta find a way to stop him. Back to Megatron. The next time we see him, it is him being glad that he and Sentinel Prime made a deal back then. But it would seem Michael Bay also lowered the IQ of Megatron because he forgot that he is weak and can't do anything against Sentinel Prime right now. And he decided to give Sentinel Prime the chain of command to the Decepticon. I mean, Sentinel Prime knew what he was doing, that's for sure, but it seems like Megatron did not know what he was doing. Megatron out here taking his equal to Sentinel Prime.
It would be wise to remember the difference.
I mean, imagine being so booty cheeks that a human, that which we call a woman, come and say to you,
but Sentinel's bitch.
She said it, I didn't say it. Like, Megatron is up.
Sentinel's bitch.
Like, it's so funny. Megatron couldn't take that disrespect that he said, nah. I'm gonna have to go handle Sentinel Prime real quick. I mean, he got himself a W, but then he proceeded to get bodied. Like, for real, Michael Bay really just want Optimus Prime to dog walk this man. Like, Optimus Prime had no weapon and 1 arm, and Megatron still got easy diff. And I want to say this, after the first film, the quality of Decepticon are just booty cheeks. I should make a video on that. Like in the first film, Barricade was giving the work to Bumblebee even though he lost. It took 2 Autobots just to take down Brawler, and actually he wasn't even taken down. Bumblebee had to take him down. Starscream solo Ratchet and Ironhide, and Megatron was bullying Optimus. But after the first film, they were more like foot soldiers than actual strong Decepticon. I could try to make a case for Shockwave, but he was just getting carried by his pet, and he doesn't do anything in the third film. And we come to the 2 final cases for Megatron's downfall. In the Age of Extinction, Galvatron had one quick moment with Bumblebee, which I found cool, the way these boss transform. He then 1v1 Optimus Prime. He puts in the work. He was really putting in the work. But the moment lockdown came, it's like the tension in the air shift, and Galvatron is once again put on the sidekick position, and they made him run. Bro, the human expression was glazing lockdown. The human was like,
What is that?
That's my asset. Pull Galvatron back.
bro, the humans were acting like they've never seen a Transformer before, bro. That is OD glazing. And after that, it is him just popping here and there. And once again, Optimus Prime brought in the heat and he ran.
We shall meet again, Prime, for I am reborn.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And in this 5th installment of film, we see his introduction and he looks much more cooler. So surely he's about to put in the work, right? Like he did in Transformers 2007, right?
Yes, yes!
Anyways, after an interaction with the humans, he then pulled a hideout and easy diff hound. Like, that is what we like to see, but sadly he then gets another anti-feed by getting easy diff by Grimlock and ran. And this is what gets me. So we're supposed to believe he's in an Optimus Prime eco, and we saw in the last film Optimus Prime easy diff Grimlock, but now Grimlock easy diff Megatron? The math ain't adding up. And this is another moment where I say either plot be plotting or IQ moments, man. So here he can easily kill Optimus Prime or fatally wound him and kill the boy, so that way In case somebody wanna say, oh, maybe because the Knights were gonna pull up, at least fatally wounded Optimus Prime and the human is killed, which leaves Optimus Prime in a position where he is certainly going to die. No, instead, they take the staff and they run away. And because of that, they take an L. And once again, I genuinely just believe that Michael Bay did not like Megatron after Transformers 2007 because once again, Optimus Prime easy diff Megatron again. But you know what? At least in this film, Megatron was actually a threat, right? It was not, since Queen Tessa was not on Earth. So all the Autobots they can only focus on Megatron and his sidekicks, which finally Megatron is getting the respect as he deserves. But I promise you, if Queen Tessa was on Earth like Lockdown and Sentinel Prime, Megatron would have been easy diff. Nevertheless, Megatron got his aura back in this film, even though he got easy diff at the end by Optimus Prime. Hopefully, he doesn't die, because if he died by falling, that is ironic, because he is a flyer. Now, you can make the case since he lost his arm, maybe he does not have the proper engine or whatever to fly, but that would still be ironic. I shall make a video for Optimus Prime in the Michael Bay films, and trust me, the difference is night and day. You can already tell that Michael Bay really loved Optimus Prime. But don't worry, I have my slanders prepared for Optimus Prime. He ain't free from these L's either.